Going to enter camp with 22 seniors on your roster, the most in your 5 seasons as the head coach at Thiel. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that number and how you think it can transfer over to success on the field?
Sure. I think if you asked any of the coaches in here, they would recognize that lining up with freshmen and sophomores on a weekly basis in this conference will get you run over, and that's what happened to us in 2010. Having 22 seniors going into this season is probably one of the proudest things for me, from the standpoint that I think it's a testament to our kids' character that in 2010 and 2011 they suffered through 2 very tough seasons, but they hung in there. They stayed committed to the program. They stayed committed to us as the coaching staff and to each other, more importantly. They really came together. I think every single one of them is excited about this coming season. Our expectations for those guys, those 22 guys, are to be great leaders in our program, to come in every day and work hard, set the example for the younger guys, and show them what it's about. And I think we're on our way. We made steps last year, and we made strides last year, offensively, defensively, especially with what we did defensively. And our guys are excited about this coming season and the opportunities that lie ahead of us.
Discuss a little bit about the development of your senior signal caller, Andrew Smith, as your offensive scheme transitions from a spread to a multiple I last season, and maybe tell us a couple expectations you have for him this season.
Andrew was one of those guys that came in 2010 as a young freshman, and we turned to the wolves, and that was our fault. We put him in a spread offense, and when you're in a spread offense, that guy better be able to handle it, and he's going to handle most of the load, and he struggled doing that. So we made a change last season to go back to a little more of a multiple I type of offense. And I think he understands his role in the offense and what's expected of him, and how he can make plays for us. And he's embraced that through the course of last fall and through the course of this spring. And we're very fortunate that we have Daryl Satterfield as our quarterbacks coach. Daryl led us to a conference championship back in 2005. Was an outstanding quarterback for us, and I know that what he did in 2005 and the experience that he had as a player are going to rub off on Andrew. And we expect big things from Andrew. I think he'll be a leader for us offensively. He'll be a guy that will walk into the huddle, will take control, and because of what he's been through, our guys will look at him and say that, here's a guy that has stuck with it and is ready to take the next step, and they'll recognize that, and they'll be ready to follow him.
You lost All-American defensive end Tim Taylor at graduation this spring. Are there any front runners in your mind to replace his play on the field and take over his leadership role on your team?
Well, I think we have a strong nucleus of guys defensively that can step up and play well for us. John Harrico, our defensive coordinator, did an outstanding job a year ago. If you go back and you look at the statistics from 2011, we were at the bottom of the conference in most defensive categories. Last year, we finished 1 or 2 or maybe 3 in most defensive categories, and that was a tribute to him and Steve Boyle, our secondary coach, and Charlie Noonan, who was our defensive line coach and has moved on to Rutgers. But we have some guys like Cody McClellan, who played well for us a year ago, was honorable mention all conference at the defensive end position. We expect him to step up and make plays. We had a young freshman defensive lineman come in a year ago from Highlands High School here in the WPIL. Riley Shane played extremely well for us in a bunch of games last year. And so we have a great nucleus of guys to build around. I think our strength defensively is going to be in our secondary. And we're looking forward. I think those guys are going to be better, and we expect them to be better. And I think they worked hard this offseason, and they're looking to be better this fall.
Coach, last question. Thiel is going to be hosting its first night game at Alumni Stadium against Westminster on November 9th. What has the addition of competition caliber lights brought to your football program and maybe to the athletic department in general?
Well, I think Coach Smith hit on it a little bit when you talked about changing the game and what's going on at the Division III level, and it's really at every level. There's a little bit of an arms race with facilities and things, and last year, a year ago, in the summer, we replaced our turf, and we have a very nice turf right now, and we've upgraded our lights this summer. They're going up as we speak, and it just keeps us moving forward with facilities, keeps us even with other people. We can bring recruits onto our campus. They can see the commitment to our athletic teams to our athletic programs, to football, to the other athletic programs on our campus. And, you know, if you get a chance to meet our college president, you know, I think you'll find a guy that loves being involved with the students, and especially our student athletes. So we're very fortunate from that standpoint, and you know, I think it's just going to make us better.
Thanks, Coach. How did it feel to earn 3 victories last season after a long losing streak? And how do you think those wins have impacted your program as we get ready for 2013?
Well, it just felt amazing. Finally get something going after 2 really frustrating years, and to get those 3 wins, I hope that was just a start, and we just finally discovered our potential, but we're not there yet. So I really hope that next year, or this year, we're really going to get to this potential and get done what needs to be done.
On the offensive side of the ball, you're one of 10 returning starters for the Tomcats. Can you talk a little bit about the experience and chemistry of that group and how that might help your offense improve this season?
Right, and once again, it starts with those 2 rough years, and we have 22 seniors, and a lot of them are on offense, and we've been through a lot in those 2 years, and that just made us stronger. And right now, the situation is like, I trust my tackle right next to me to make the block, just as I trust the receiver to make a catch. And that's just, I think, in the offensive system, it's just really important to have trust in each other, because if one link in the chain breaks, then it's not going to work. Then the chain is useless. And so I believe a major role in the offense is just that you can trust each other, and we've developed a lot of trust throughout these years. So I think just that plays a major role.
Last question for you. You were born and raised in Germany. What are some of the differences between playing football in America as opposed to the game you played in Germany?
Well, the game stays the same, but just overall the intensity is so much different. Over there, at like 2 practices a week, and then there was game day on Saturdays, and over here it's just literally something going on every day for 3 months straight. So the intensity is just crazy. I'm not complaining. It's just so different. And also the pressure. It's just like the pressure over here is just to get it done in 4 years. We need to get something done as a program. And over there, you can pretty much play until your bones break. It's all private. It's offered in private clubs, and there are guys playing, or I used to play with guys that are like 30 years old, and that's not like that over here. So it's just the pressure and the intensity is just completely different.
Thank you, Berend and Coach Reiser. Thiel will get its season underway September 7th at Juniata.